Dear sisters, sometimes it truly is better for you to stop while you're still in last place.
You know what the real problem is?
Yes, a bunch of ain't shit black women who think that they're much better women than they've ever been, are now, or ever will be, consistently complain about their mishaps, their sorry ass relationships with ain't shit Pookies, Ray Rays, and general niggas. And then instead of recognizing that, they keep bringing these same complaints to the general population of black men, especially those of the positive majority, because they want those Pookies, Ray Rays, and niggas to act like the other men, the men of the positive majority that apparently they only seem to want after the fact, after they've already messed their lives around and their lives need somebody to swoop in and save them from themselves. But of course, you're going to say something else, so have at it.
You men, I use that word loosely because real men don't have these problems.
You see that right there? That's confirmation of everything I've already just said. The simple fact that the men that you're complaining about are men that you don't even consider real men, which means those are the men in society that you probably should not be entertaining in the first place, but you will anyway. And then you'll be upset with yourselves, and even more so, you'll be upset with the general population of the rest of us because you expect those other men, again, who you shouldn't even be entertaining, to be more like the rest of us. That is insane.
Y'all don't want good girls. Y'all.
Let's be perfectly clear about something. If a man who is not a good man has little to no desire for a good girl, then said good girl should be thanking her lucky stars that that man is not interested in her, and instead is seeking women after his own kind. Therefore, the only women who should be upset or potentially upset at being picked over by men who are not good men are actual ain't shit bad women who may very well be masquerading as good women but are really bad women.
I don't want women who are open and ready to be in relationships and be a partner to you, who are not looking for your money or who are not looking for you to take them on dates. Like,
Oh, this we know all too well because the overwhelming majority of these Pookies and Ray Rays that you all pick, you only pick them for dick.
men like a woman they have to chase, who's gonna put them on through hoops and hurdles, not the one who's ready for love. That's the problem. That's the fucking problem. Y'all want whores.
If it is a problem, then it would be a problem for you dumbass women who claim to be good women who are chasing after men who want to be with whores. The fuck is wrong with you? And again, you're the majority of the ones who would have us believe that you're the most highly educated in the country, even amongst black women. How? This is where y'all really need to shut the fuck up, because you embarrass yourselves and you embarrass our entire race by constantly lamenting your failed relationships with men that you shouldn't even be desiring to be with in the first place, that you should be smart enough to not even want to deal with.
Okay? As soon as you admit that, y'all complain about the women who use you for your money, but that's what you want. Because you'll get a good girl and you'll be bored with her. Or she's not giving you much of a chase. Because why do I have to have you chase me if I like you and you like me?
Well, now you developed a completely different problem, because you've actually crisscrossed the distinctively two different groups of men. Because you're talking about the experience that the positive majority of black men are talking about when it comes to you women. And I guess the reason why is because so many of you portray yourselves as decent, honorable women, or at least that's how you would like to think of yourselves. But really, you're the whorish women who are chasing after Pookies and Ray Rays who want to love on and devote yourselves to the type of men that you should be avoiding. This is your dysfunction.
Fucking dumb.
Yes, you are. Very much so.
Yeah, y'all want a bitch to audition for y'all. Y'all want a bitch to put y'all through the ringer. Like,
And now you're talking about two distinctively different behaviors. Make up your mind. Are you talking about the men who are looking for decent women to demonstrate that they are in fact decent women? Or are you talking about the whorish women who are exactly the type of women that the positive majority of black men are avoiding because they don't want you ratchet hoes?
I'm tired of you guys. Okay, that's why I'm not dating, because I'm tired.
No, ma'am. Tell the truth and shame the devil. You're not dating because nobody wants you. You're not pretty enough to garner the attention of the toxic, degenerate, low-life men that you would happily throw yourself at, the Pookies, Ray Rays, and other low-vibrational men. Meanwhile, your contingency plan men, the men of the positive majority, they don't want women like you anymore. They don't even want to waste their time with toxic, belligerent women like yourself anymore. So they're already divesting from you, whether it be with other women amongst the African diaspora up to and including the Americas, or those women found in the African continent, or even divesting from melanated women altogether. No, your issue is you're tired of having to finally rationalize this and accept that you're nobody's pick.
I don't believe in you.
Sadly, this is the only thing that you've actually said that makes sense and you would, for all intents and purposes, be right about. You say you don't believe in these men. Why would you? Why should you? See, this is the most idiotic part about the current culture within the black community. Women like you will purposely align themselves with the lowest common denominator men, the trash, the filth, the criminals, the lowlifes, the degenerates. And then somehow you convince yourselves, you lie to yourselves and tell yourselves that just because you had a preference for those men, that somehow they're actually going to be good men. And then when they do the only thing that they can do, which is to continue to fail, to continue to disappoint, to continue to fail to rise to the occasion and be the type of men who could effectively provide for you, protect you, and lead you, you don't internalize the fact that you're the ones who picked them. But instead, you bash them and then you bash the rest of us for your horrible experience with them. This is why you continue to fail.
And then what happens? I'm gonna meet a guy, and he's gonna seem like he's alright, and he's gonna cheat on me.
Again, tell the truth and shame the devil. When it comes to these men, you only want to pick the ones who have the capabilities of attracting vast numbers of other women. You want the men who got a ton of bitches. Those are the only ones that you see as viable. But then you get mad when you find out that you're not superior as you thought you were. That you thought that you were her. You're not her. You're just some dumb broad. Like many of you just happen to be some dumb broad. Or you may actually stumble upon one of these better men, but then you fail as a woman to adequately pair bond with that man. You will enter the relationship under the guise of being this strong, independent woman who doesn't need a man for shit, and bring all of your toxic, funky ass attitude and to that relationship, mistreating that man, turning that man the hell off, leaving a pit in the soul of that man that needs to be fulfilled in some form or fashion. Hell, you might even deny this man sexual access, but then expect that man to remain 100% loyal to you when you've already failed your job. You failed your duties as the female component of that relationship. You're loser type women. But nobody tells you this, because as long as you can always point the finger at the man, as long as you can always justify your horrible behaviors, hell, many of you are even cheating on the men, but I guess that just doesn't count. No, as long as you can point the finger at the men, you hide behind that as if that's going to exonerate you from any and all scrutiny, criticism, judgment, and what have you.
Y'all love to fucking cheat, and then y'all expect for a bitch to just take you back.
Look, it's bad enough that you've been insulting your own intelligence all this time. Don't sit up here and try to insult ours by pretending as if taking that man back, or that type of man back, isn't exactly what you're going to do, what you've been doing, which is the focal point of this consistent cookie cutter complaint that you all have about men cheating on you, when you knew good and goddamn well that the men that you chose had a higher probability of cheating on you than any other men in our entire society. Stop it.
But if I go fling my pussy around the block, it's over.
Well, actually, this is the prevailing problem in our community. Single motherhood, which is a direct result of the fact that you all are throwing that pussy away like it's going out of style, primarily to lowlifes and degenerates that you never should have been in relationships with in the first place, that even after the fact, you didn't have the responsibility enough to ensure that it was just sex and that you weren't reproducing with these men. This is why the better men see you as trash and want nothing to do with you, and it's why the lowlifes and the degenerates, where they just see you as semen buckets to be dumped off into.
I'm tired of you. I'm tired of y'all.
And on behalf of the positive majority of black men, and on behalf of the positive majority of black women, we're tired of you bitches. We're tired of you hoes constantly out here lamenting your struggles with Pookies, Ray-Rays, and other degenerates, pretending to be much better women than you truly are. Just admit that you all are some low-life, dog-ass women who are with the bullshit. You're with the fuckery. And stop trying to pretend as if you're one and the same with better black women. You're not them. You're not her. No, you are the bottom of the barrel black women who are constantly complaining about how you're being rejected by not only the Pookies and the Ray-Rays now, but by the decent black men too. You're the same demographic of black women who have the most to complain about with the passport bros, and not necessarily because you really want those men, but because those men are now changing the general perspective of women like you, even amongst the Pookies and the Ray-Rays. They don't want you anymore now. They realize that even they, within their own dysfunction and degeneracy, they don't have to settle for you either. And that's what really pisses you all off. This is why nobody believes in you. And this is even more so why videos like this one, where you expose yourselves, embarrass our entire race. So again, for your own benefit and for the love of God, shut the fuck up.